Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, Non-Stop Spider-Man, issue number 1. I'm saying it stopped several times in this. Look, maybe I'm being nitpicking, but I mean, when you got a title called Non-Stop something, Non-Stop Spider-Man, and you advertise it as such. Like seriously, did you check out like the Marvel trailer and the little comments and stuff like that they're always leaving? They're just Marvel is advertising this, has advertised this as it's really nonstop. The action never stops. It just keeps going. You're gonna get out of breath. And I added that last part, but like for real. And maybe when I get this comic book, I'm like, it stopped there. It stopped there. It stopped there. Like what the frig? There's like to be continued, and then something else happens, and it's like, well, I mean, I hear you, but like it was kind of slow here. They, bruh, let's get talking about who made this comic book. We'll go on from there. Marvel Comics presents non-stop Spider-Man production. You're full of crap. Joe Kelly is the writer, Chris Bachalo on pencils, Jim Townsend on inks, Marcio Menez on colors, VC's Travis Lanham doing the letters, and Jay Bowen doing the design. Spider-Man was created by Stan Lee, Jack Mother F and did I say Jack? No. Anyway, Steve Ditko. Let me stop. Like Spider-Man did. Bro, you know that song? Stop. In the name of love. Yeah, Supreme sang it way better than this comic book did it. Because this comic book stopped multiple times. They stopped the book and went into the past twice. They stopped the book with a to be continued, then go into like a Baron Zemo thing. And it's like, okay, now it's the end. Um, okay, the book ended. It's not a trade paperback. So like just so many times the Spider-Man stops and he's talking, and there's a lot of talking in this. Like you want to talk about nonstop. At the very least, what would have been cool and made it feel like it was more action packed and high intensity adrenaline is if there weren't so many words in this book. I know. You gotta write stuff. I mean, there have been silent issues before, you know? But all that being what it is, like you literally could have just, there's so many different ways to have made this read faster so that you might not recognize it as a nonstop, but you'd still get the feeling because you'd be reading the whole thing and just mostly focusing on the pictures that's telling the story, little bit of words here and there, a tiny slight bit of narration, just keep the train moving, right? No, that doesn't happen here at all. Whole lot of words slowing me down, making me read this thing, a story that doesn't for the most part make any sense. I don't know who these two kids are. I don't know what this nonsense is that's happening in here. He's going fighting these new enemies. Oh, first appearance of a new enemy. Anyway, he's fighting these things. Brian Edward Hill wrote a comic book series, half of it at least, get them started, about street samurais. And this book so clearly copied off of that in a major, major way. I don't remember what the book was called, but whatever. Like I did reviews for it, and Brian Hill did like all the legwork in the beginning, and then he was like, "All right, got you guys started, but I'm not going to finish the book. All right, bye." Then to get somebody else to do it. What was it? Lee Weeks? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. But this wasn't great. It, again, listen. You call it nonstop, it better feel like it's nonstop, and it didn't. But even then, even if it was just a really good story that got me engaged, it's not. It's like, hey, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Spider-Man is coming. Let's get out of here. Oh my God, fight him so we can get out of here. We gotta get out of here. Oh, you're leaving? Hey guys, what about if we were to chase him? Because if we killed him, then it would give us cool street cred. Bruh. This, for so much writing in a comic book, for it to not really tell any kind of a story. Look, I like Chris Bachalo's art. This isn't even his best art. Nothing in here feels as though it's nonstop. It just doesn't. You got missiles on the front of this. Yeah, the scene happens for about 3 panels, maybe. There's a part where like there was debris falling, and he starts going thwip 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 and webbing up the debris in little balls so that when it falls on somebody's head, it's like boop. It's not some big sharp jagged piece of concrete or something. It's just a web, which solidifies really quick and hardens and like boop knocks you out. So whatever, I don't care. This does not feel nonstop at all. And I mean, when that's the big focus of what you're doing, mm. So all in all, with no story, with it's hard to say subpar art for Chris Bacalo because the dude's just amazing. But realistically, we've all seen him do so much better than this. It's not great. I am tired because this book did not keep me awake. It did not feel like caffeine. It exists. I'm putting it in this bag and I'm putting it away. Gonna eventually donate this thing. I'll talk to you guys later. Love and peace. Like the video on the way out, huh? Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.